Today I'd like to show you how to get a good fixing on a cavity wall. That's timber frame construction with plasterboard on the inside, like this one is here. The best fixing you can get if you're screwing 2x1 or other timber to the plasterboard wall, the best fixing would be to go through the studs. That's the studs are the two uprights, and they're normally set at 16-inch centres. In metric that's 400 millimeters. And you measure from one end, but of course you don't know which end the carpenter has started from. It could be the left hand side or the right hand side. So if you find the first one or the second, you can hear its change in pitch about here. I'll do that again. So it sounds more dense here, and I'll come back the other way now. So if I put two marks where I think it's beginning and finishing, which is there. So there's my two marks. Now if you look down on near the skirting board, if you see a plug socket there's a good chance there might be cables running up the wall. So if you get a drill with a very small bit, because you don't want to fill the wall full of big holes which are awkward to fill in later. So I'm going to drill on the right hand side of this mark I've got first of all. See if it's hollow. And that's hollow, I can see that. Now if I drill back onto the line, and it's solid there, hopefully it's not a water pipe. And then I'll work on the other side, the left hand side. That's hollow. Another bit in. Still hollow, I'll come a bit more in. And that's solid there. So now we know it's hollow there. It's dense there. So that's the beginning of the stud. So you can put a mark there, that's the beginning. They're normally 2 inches wide. That one there is hollow, that's hollow, and that one's got resistance, so it finishes there. So I can just screw straight into that. Now you need to work out how long the screw should be. This is a 2-inch screw. If I put that through there, now that appears to be long enough, but it's not, because you must remember the first ½ inch doesn't count, because that's the thickness of the plasterboard. So you've always got to add ½ inch. So you want a good fix, and you want a minimum of 1 inch into the timber. So add on your ½ inch, so you've got 1.5 inches. So I will use, this is a 2-inch screw, and it only comes through there about 1 inch. I want it to come through about 1.5 inches. So now you've got to get your spirit level and mark it through till it's level, and then after you find the next stud you screw straight into that, and so on. Now you might not always be able to go on to fix onto the studs. You might end up between the studs, and then you've got the problem of trying to anchor to a plasterboard which is only ½ inch in thickness. Now this is the best type of cavity fixing. It's the most expensive. It's made from aluminium, and it's like a self-tapping screw. Very easy to fix. Drill a hole with a drill, or you can use an old screwdriver. And you just thread it in place like that. Should see it come out the other end any minute. And then you use your screw to screw whatever you're fixing with, and that goes through there. And there you have it. There's other types on the market, and I'm going to use a plastic one next. And it's like this here, ordinary brown plug. and it splits. So if you do want to do a test, you can put a screw through it, and as you screw through you'll see it opening up there, and that grabs the back of the plasterboard. It's like an anchor. But it's important that you do a test, because if you don't use the screw long enough, that will remain closed like this one is here, and then it'll pull through the plasterboard. Again, you just make the hole. Have to plug in place. Now you can see that's open. I'll turn it the other way so that you can see it. Another type is this one here. It's got two little wings there, and that opens up like an anchor, and it grabs the back of the plasterboard. Just run the screwdriver around in a circle, and that should pop in there. If I turn it that way, then you can see what happens at the other end. Okay. Right, that's a good solid fix in there. You can see there that these wings have opened up, and that grabs the back.